And we come back in further in distance for race number 4 from the 1200 back to 1,000 metres. It remains for the Class 4 gallopers as the third race was, and Joyful Wins a two-time winner at the 1,000, but both over at Happy Valley. Summit Cheers won at the distance on debut. Glorious Bohemia having his first start, 3 trials. Infinity Win and Regency Star make their race debuts. They've both had 3 trials as well. Green Envy is a horse that carries an extra £6 on that last start win over 1,400 metres. Glenelg Generals has the blinkers on again. Divine Era has the hood off from the 1,200 back to the 1,000 next to his name in the form line. Everjoy makes his Sha Tin debut. Carry the Diamond was a winner track and distance 3 starts ago in Class 5. And Island Sunshine and Raging Blaze, Tom, that pair both back in trip from the 1,400 to the 1,000.
In this race here, we've got 3 on debut. One of them's likely to be up on the speed here, a Regency Star. The other 2, well, Infinity Win probably won back the fence, and Glorious Bohemia gets back also in the run there, probably in the last 4 or 5. But Regency Star's been showing good pace in his trials. Joyful Win is a horse that can race handy, and he's got the claim of Jerry Chow. The next line, you've got Carry the Diamond, Goodmanship, Summit Cheers and Infinity Win, with the Divine Era, who's been a little bit disappointing, bringing up the tail.
And we're going to start, Paul, with Joyful Win back at Happy Valley, where he's won twice. He's a speedy enough customer, though, and from barrier number 7 gets that £5 claim also. Yeah,
he's just had the one go down the 1,000 and didn't do too well. But look, Happy Valley seems to be his go where he's been at the moment. I've just left him out. I just wonder about the straight 1,000 at Sha Tin.
Yeah, I'm going to put him in. He's up 22 pounds, this horse. He's had a right front foot injury, but look, he's got 2 wins on the board from 7 starts and a couple of other minor placings. So I think he's done a good enough job this season, and down here the straight doesn't worry me too much.
And that horse on his outside in the replay was Harmony Fire, who's a very promising galloper. Now, this is over 1,200, Tom. Glenelg Generals, who's won over the 1,000 off a rating of 52. He's currently at 50, and Summit Cheers hasn't stretched out to 1,200, but did win his first start track and distance.
He certainly did, and Glenelg General's got the blinkers going back on. He led in this assignment, but couldn't go on over the final 200 metres or so. Just got run down and was beaten there at 4.5, but he'd been consistent prior, and down on the inside, Summit Cheers was closing off well, but I thought he had pretty much every chance last start.
Yeah, he did. That was over 12, though, so he's unbeaten down the straight 1,000. He's 1 from 1. And the tongue tie will go on him for the first time as well. So I quite like him under those conditions.
3 first starters here, Paul. We're going to focus on 2 of them. We start with Infinity Win. Keith Young for David Hayes. His 3 trials have looked okay, but has the outside rail on debut also.
Yeah, so look, that's a big positive for him. 12.39 pounds. He's had those 3 trials. He's normally settled quite forward in the trials as well. I thought it was a nice trial from this one. I don't think this is an overly strong race, so I've included him.
I didn't include this first start, but his trials have been okay. Won a trial in New Zealand prior to arriving with Glen Old. So gate 14, he should get plenty of favours there on that outside rail.
You didn't include him at the first starters, Tom, but it sounds like you might have this guy in.
Yeah, I like Regency Star. Blinkers are on here. He's been showing good gate speed. He led up against the outside rail pretty much here, and he went to the line with pretty much no pressure. He'd won a trial at Avondale in New Zealand prior to arriving. That was one of his 4 trials over there, and I think he's looked quite progressive at the trials, Paul.
Yeah, no, the trial's been good, and 1,068 pounds for him. That was Nimble Nimbus, I think, on his inside, who came out and raced the other day and ran quite well. Barrier 1 for him. Look, I've included him on a minor line.
And the other horse in the purple and white was Helene Alabor, who's due to make his debut on Sunday. Selections for this race, Paul?
Yes, so I'm going to go with Summit Cheers, back to 1,000 metres with the tongue tie back on. I think that looks really promising for this horse. Infinity Win, the first starter, and Regency Star, the 2 first starters we talked about. And one of the massive prices, number 13, Island Sunshine. Look, this horse always works well, and he does catch my eye sometimes in the mornings. And he's had one good run here, but he did run 3rd behind Dragon Baby down the straight 1,000. So I wanted just to include him on a very minor line. 2, 4, 5, 13.
Take a chance with the son of Nakoni here, and that is horse number 5, Regency Star, for Danny Schumann, Matthew Poon, drawn gate number 1 here. So he's on the far side, blinkers are on, but I've liked the trials. Joyful Win goes in. He's looked relatively good in his starts. He was caught 3 wide, no cover just behind the speed last time out, but still was only beaten 2 lengths there behind. Can't Stop the Feeling. Summit Cheers makes it in. Divine Ear, I've had a little bit of time for this horse, but he's been a little disappointing in his last 2. The form comment says he was blocked in the last 100 metres. I'm not so sure about that. He was never involved. So 5, 1, 2 and 8.
And it is Summer Cheers, the favourite, to make it 2 for 2 over the 1,000 metres at Sha Tin. He's at 3.6 early in betting for race number 4.